Oh, Hal here with more Space Engineers, and funny story for you. About 5 minutes after we finished recording Friday's episode, we had pirates show up, so I was like, you know what, let's go capture it. And the entire process, unfortunately, didn't. Oh, so I'm hoping this video is recording, so we'll find out how that works out. So we'll talk about what's going on. We'll get this thing back to base. First, we have to get started, so let's go. So happy Monday, everybody. Hope you had a fantastic weekend and are having a terrific Monday thus far. So yeah, we had some pirates show up, and me being me decided, you know what the hell, let's go for it, right? So flew out with just my backpack and took like 2 or 3, actually 4 tries to get out here. But I was able to take out the anti-personnel turret on the front, the interior turret. And then once that went down, it was pretty much just go in, grind the door. There was one interior turret inside. I'll walk you through what we've done. I'm going to try and get this thing a little closer to our base before we set down, because we're going to actually, I need to go in and turn the turrets off, because otherwise the ship is going to get shot down, and the whole point of this is to bring it back for parts. Now, the reason I flew out here with just the spacesuit and a rifle, well, a couple of times, was mainly because of the fact that I wanted to get, I wanted to try and capture this thing, because if I use the ship, the small combat vessel that we have, we would have ended up probably destroying some of the components, and I really wanted to see if I could take this thing manually, and even making several passes at it, we were able to take it down. But you can see we've got health regen turned on, so we're back up, but I was down to like 3 health or something like that. I was just like, because I didn't know about the interior turret when I walked around the corner. Yeah, so we'll talk about all that. Let's see if we can get ourselves a little closer to the ship. Now we're going to come in kind of low, because like I said, I want to get us close enough to the ship, to the base, to not have to worry so much about it. I think what we're going to do is we're going to set up a bob on the far end, turn the turrets off. Well, actually, set the turrets so they don't shoot at anything other than meteors. And then we'll fly this whole thing over, have the bob on that end basically fly. We'll set him to fly mode and grind this thing down for us. So hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll get another one of these to show up today while we're recording. And we'll try reproducing this wonderful feat. Oh, hello. Doesn't look like I lost anything. Just a little paint and some pride. Okay, so let's see if we can put this thing down without completely destroying everything, because this ship is definitely not supposed to be landing. Alright, so yeah, we ended up having to grind doors. We ground doors and doors. Took out the remote control block, which was behind the programmable block. Yeah, it was just, the whole thing was just a fiasco. Oh man, yeah, it took me forever to figure out where the control block was, because once I had captured everything, the thrusters wouldn't turn off. So basically the remote control block, because we had started capturing, through the override, or was it the thrust override, on the entire thing. So we could do manual braking, but as soon as we got off the controls, the ship would start accelerating again. That was an absolute freaking nightmare mess. Alright, so let's... I think we have what we need for this. Of course, I do have a full inventory. We want to add one of you. You are actually latched in there. So let's come over here. So, let's drop all this stuff off. Now, we need to refill our tanks. You are there. And you are there. Okay. Oh, I should check and see if oh. Alright. Yeah, I still need to replace the mining portion. We'll probably do that a little bit today too. So we want to make sure all of our turrets are set. Target meteors, target missiles off, small ships off. And off, okay. So in theory, we should be okay to bring that ship over here. I kind of want to set it down over here. Yeah, let's set it down. Let's bring the ship over. See if it starts shooting at us. Because that'll be really bad if it does. Yeah, it was an interesting experience. Not one that I am really keen on repeating anytime in the near future, but like I said, if we get another one, we'll try it out again. Alright. Oh, it was kind of funny that the first one that showed up was basically the tramp freighter. I have to say, very thankful of that because, well, I'd like to have something with large thrusters, but we'll take the small thrusters. And we are going to set this thing down. First thing I'm going to do is have it grind down all of the weapons. So we're going to set priority to be weapons, probably conveyors, and then everything else. We'll have armor be obviously the last piece that it takes. Nothing's shooting at us yet, so I'm gonna say that's a good thing. This thing down. Actually, that was precarious. Okay. So we have our first successful recovery of a pirate gift. Oh, alright. Let's just say that fight was a little bit more embarrassing than it probably should have been, but you know, it's fine. We'll make do. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and weld this thing up a little bit. You know what? Before we go any further, we want to set this We want to set this thing up. Oh, come on. There we go. So you are going to be the... I'll call you salvage, Bob. Alright. We are going to set you to fly mode. We don't want it to weld anything, so we're going to disable all of the welding options. The nice thing about the mod is we can turn this stuff off, so we want it to only grind. Now, if I was going to set up like a grinder bay, which I had actually thought about doing, setting up a pit with grinders and the collection blocks, basically just drop this thing in there. The problem is that even with tool shake disabled, the ship itself will eventually shake itself apart. It's really, really annoying. And you're going to be through on 3 even. 100. I want you to grind. Sure. Let's turn that off, just in case, because you never know. We want to do cargo containers first. Conveyor. Let's go like that. You guys are going to be first. We'll do that. Okay. So basically it's going to take the doors and guns first. It's going to take the guns first, then the doors, cargo container, conveyors, gyros, thrusters, ship controllers, and then the reactors. That's it. That's the word I was trying to remember. And then basically everything else. Armor will be the absolute last thing it takes. Alright, so since it's got that, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and what are you missing? You're just missing steel plates. Oh, I'm kind of curious. Oh, we need to set up the area too. That's probably a good thing then, that we screwed that up. Okay. Come here, Bob. We want show area. And that's depth, so we want to go that way. Is that right? I'm trying to see if that's going to get us where we need it to be. It looks like it. Let's take a look at that really quick. Oh no, we're gonna have to. Was that the height? It's pretty close though. Alright. Now this is the nice thing about Bob, is that you can kind of say exactly where you want him to go to do things. Alright, so area width. That to go up a little higher, that's good. That should be good. And we have some plates that we ground off of this thing. Looks like it should pull everything. Alright, so actually, alright, that means there's a control block in here that I don't own. Probably something like the reactors and gyros and such. Alright. Well, we will tell Bob to just go for it. Send it over here. There you go. Okay, Bob. Awesome. I think it's starting with the... Oh, okay. Did you actually grab the ones in the back already? You grabbed one in the back. Nice! Whoa. Hello. Here's got some oxygen on it. No hydrogen, though. Okay. So, we're going to let Bob have some fun, tear all this stuff apart. Looks like he is grabbing the last of the turrets. That looks like that was the turret. Did he already grab all the doors? No, he couldn't grab them. I guess he did. Son of a bitch. Look at that. Huh. Bob grabbed all the doors. Okay. Alright, so Bob has some stuff to do. We have some stuff to do. Alright, so when we were together last time on Friday, what we were talking about was changing the mining craft up a little bit. Mainly because of the fact that we need the ability to do more mining, as much as that is actually kind of painful to say. Because while we're going to be able... Lovely. While we're going to be able to get certain things from looting these other ships, we really do need to be ensuring that we've got everything supply-wise. So we're going to do this. We're going to do that. And we said we're going to put a thruster there and this thruster, or this drill here. So it helps if I spell it correctly. So that's going to go there.
Inventory full.
Before we do anything else, because you know I'm going to forget otherwise. Hydrogen thruster, you are disabled. Okay. And Bob, you're making a little bit too much noise. Come here. Where is that damn sound option? Okay, that's better. And then we're gonna have, that needs to come up too. So let's go conveyor. Just interior plates. I need 2 of these. I'll drop all this stuff off again. That goes away. All components successfully withdrawn. That's good. We'll go ahead and roll both of these up. And we're going to do this on both sides. I do need a plate. I just need one. Don't need much. Because all we're really doing at this point is adding this stuff back in. And then we'll come through and weld everything up. Right, so I think what we're going to do is, let me go ahead, we'll do a quick cut. I'll get all of this stuff welded together, get everything in place, and may even weld it all up. I'm not sure yet, but we'll at least get everything situated, get it all in. Yeah, we'll get all of this welded up and then maybe take it out for a test flight, see how well she handles. All right, so yeah, we'll do the quick cut and we will be right back. We're back. Okay, so the Bob was able to break down enough stuff on board the ship that we were able to paint the whole thing that hideous, hideous pink. So Bob is now pulling all of that together for us. Oh man, yeah. Okay, so we have ore detectors on. Our batteries are set to recharge. Let's set that to auto. Turn our thrusters on. The new thrusters should hopefully be working as well. Why does that look like we've got thrusters that aren't turned on over here? Because we do. Come here, you. Why are you not? I hate this. No fuel. Hate the hydrogen system. Alright, so it doesn't like that we changed that. Fuel. So let's do it this way. Let's grab that. Oops. Come on. So the way that these things work is that it calculates everything across the conveyor grid. And sometimes, just sometimes, things decide that they don't want to work anymore. And see, it's just the ones on this one. Because if I go in and I look, let's not stand in front of the thruster before we do that. So if we look at the, let's turn that on so we can see them all. See? Really? So normally what I have to do is either find something on the grid. Actually, you know what? I need steel plates. I'm not going to be able to get steel plates through there because, you know, the person who built it put fun stuff in. Alright, come here, you. I need plates. Oh, come on. Give me plates. You know what? It's going to be faster just to go grind the damn thing. Sorry. Yeah, see, it's the entire half of the ship. Because it's just the stuff on this side of the grid. That's really annoying. And basically what I need to do is to get it to trigger, and if I can get one thing on this grid to fire up, the rest of the grid should be good. You're just a steel plate, so is really annoying. Alright, so I may need to actually exit and come back in. Let's see if it'll take this. Alright. Let's we'll do one more quick cut. We'll come back and see if we can get this thing to actually power up. It's one of those days. Space engineers, you like to vex me. We'll be right back. Alright, and we're back once more. So, figured out what the problem was. Basically, the way that the system had been routed is that it was using the engines, the hydrogen engines, to play pass-through on the two sides. So what was happening was that when we had taken those engines out, we had to replace everything with conveyor blocks on both sides, and then had basically to bluff this out as well. So everything is piped in and should have access to everything at this point, hopefully. Looks like it. So technically, yes, we'd be able to get there, but the drill doesn't take that type of item, so that's fine. Okay, so let's find out. I haven't fired this thing on yet, so I'm kind of curious to see. Oh, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Looks like everything is working. Okay. Hey, look at that. We actually have control. Yay. Alright. So we're going to come over here. Now, I'm not sure exactly how much control we're going to have when we do this, because, like I said, this whole thing is kind of experimental at this point. Right, the drills are working. Let's turn our spotlights on. And basically, what I'm really trying to do is make this a little bit more convenient for mining purposes. I may need to put another drill on the outlying side there. I mean, if I really kind of not wanting to destroy a lot of terrain, but maybe need it in order to get our mining going here. Okay, that is definitely a little bit more effective than what we had last time. Trying to be careful that we don't slam into something at a high rate of speed and destroy, you know, our thruster system here. That would be very bad. It'd be funny, but bad. Yeah, it looks like everything's working okay. In fact, it looks like we may have already filled up our cargo. No, cargo's still got room. A lot of room. How many small cargo containers we have on this thing? Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Alright, let's grab some more stuff then. I mean, if it's gonna be, if it's gonna be nice about it, may as well just grab it, right? Alright, so like I said, this is really just kind of a test to make sure everything's working. Looks like we should be good. Definitely gonna have to set up some additional drills, I think. So yeah, if we basically start doing circular drilling, we should be okay. Okay. I think that's good. We'll go get this thing connected up. What I need to do is go grab some ice. In fact, while we have... Let's see, where's there... I know we've got some ice deposits in the area, but I don't remember where they are. I'll have to go grab some ice. Well, I guess we could grab a little altitude and see if we can find some. So I'm fairly certain we set up in this area because we were close to the... There it is. Just say I thought we were close to the ice caps. Let's go grab some ice. We'll let Bob keep doing his thing. As you can see, Bob has been rather busy down there. He's grinding away for us. Thank you, Bob. You're an officer and a gentleman. And an android. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is hopefully not crash into anything. Oh, this is going to be bad. Oh, let's not do that again. I forgot we're carrying 3 times the mass we normally have. Wow. That was definitely a brown pants moment. Okay. I like the fact that there's so many resources just right here in the immediate area. So we're gonna grab a little bit of this. Right now, I think this is the only ship that we have that has hydrogen tanks on it, because I don't think because we decided not to do the hybrid engines on the battleship. So... What ice do we have? We got a bunch, okay. So the ice is basically going to recharge our current tanks. Yeah, we're about at our cap, it looks like, for mass. Right. Yeah, we're pretty close. Okay, so I'm gonna get this thing back to base, get everything unloaded. We will get some things organized, and we'll come back and do a quick wrap up and recap, see where we are and what we need to do, and lay out some plans for the rest of this week. Right, so let's go ahead and do that quick cut, and we will be back once more. And we are back once more. So, we told Bob to ignore armor blocks, right? So I'm seeing a whole lot of armor blocks being taken out for everything else. That's kind of ticking me off, actually. Come here, Bob. Let's talk about settings, shall we? Fly mode. Yeah, in fact, armor blocks are the only thing Bob should not be taking. Nearest first. What is it with you and taking all of the damned armor blocks? The one thing I say don't take, and that's the one thing you are taking. That's really frustrating. Alright, so, Bob likes to misbehave, I guess. Oh well, here's what it is. We will eventually get all of it. Decent amount of iron in there. So, yeah. Okay. I think that is probably going to about do it for us today. We have Bob finishing up the rest of this. What we will do is that once Bob is done with his grinding, we will start working on getting the rest of this ship upgraded and ready to go. Like I said, we need to start getting the rest of the turrets online. We'll need to obviously get a couple of the thrusters online. And yeah, the rest of the armor. Because we're at the point right now that the ship is, I guess, technically done until we can get the thrusters on board. Once we get the thrusters up, the rest of it is pretty straightforward. Bob's welding up the blocks for us, so I'll probably go ahead and finish up doing the rest of at least the initial armor skinning. So as we get more things processed, we'll be able to get it done. So when we come back next time, hopefully we'll have, I don't know, 1 or 2 of these thrusters actually welded up and good to go. The idea is that I'm basically going to keep taking on the pirates. We'll keep salvaging them, basically bringing them back, dropping them over here so Bob can go to town on them.
Meteor storm inbound.
I may even buy a couple of ships, some of the large grid ions ships. So I may end up doing a little bit of hauling, get some money, or even do some of the missions. Get some capital going, see if we can get these things up and running faster. Alright, so we're going to call this one here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them down in the section below. If you're new to the channel, haven't done so already, or just want to do something nice for me on this lovely Monday, be sure to hit that subscribe. And if you want to be kept up to date for new content, that little bell icon, make sure that's clicked as well. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank you all again for stopping in. Enjoy the rest of this Monday. Have a fantastic week. And we'll see you back here on Wednesday for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. I've got some iron plates, and we've got some areas that need to be defined. I think we're going to work on this portion a little bit. Yeah, that sounds like an idea.